Hey there, I'm Christina Arylo, and welcome to this page. I am the author of Madly in Love with Me, The Daring Adventure to Becoming Your Own Best Friend, and the founder of the Love Club. So if you are here on this page, I'm imagining you might be thinking about self-love. Maybe you're thinking, I think I need some more self-love, but I don't know how to get it. Or maybe you're like, what is self-love, and what does it even mean, and why does it matter? I think a lot of us think that self-love is a good idea, but we actually don't even know what the lack of self-love actually causes. So I'm here today to tell you a little bit about that and then invite you to be part of an amazing year of love that is all about loving yourself. So let me just tell you a little bit about me. People call me the Queen of Self-Love because I have absolutely dedicated my life to actually making self-love tangible and real. But I wasn't always the Queen of Self-Love. I became the Queen of Self-Love because about a decade ago, I realized that although I was a woman who had a ton of self-esteem, was pretty confident, successful in my job, successful in many ways, I didn't love myself. And I didn't even know what that meant. All I knew was I was in a relationship that I shouldn't have been in, but I couldn't leave. I was about to create a career that it wasn't even one that I even wanted. I was afraid to move because I think I had to stay close to my high school friends. Although I weighed 130 pounds, I felt like my body was still not perfect. I was super hard on myself in here, although I looked great on the outside, and I exhausted myself all the time. And when I asked myself, how did a smart woman like me end up being this way with herself and in these situations again and again and again, the answer that came back from my inner wisdom was, Christine, you don't love yourself. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I do, and I haven't even considered that, and great, now what? And I looked around and asked spiritual teachers and friends and people who were older than me, and no one else could really answer. They'd be like, oh, well, yeah, love yourself. And it would be this very vast, esoteric kind of thing, like, oh, be more compassionate or be nice to yourself. But it wasn't tangible. It didn't give me anything to do. And I like to be able to do something about things. So I, for the last decade, just started studying self-love and experimenting on self-love. And I learned a few things that I want to share with you here right now to see if maybe the Love Club is actually a fit for you and if you're ready to join me for a full year of love. So number one, self-love is not an achievement. It's not something that someday you get to and it's a destination. It's actually something that you choose every moment of your life. So my question to you is, are you choosing love for yourself, compassion, acceptance, care, or are you choosing stress, guilt, shame, blame, criticism, and fear and pressure more often? Which one? More love? More of this other stuff? Most of us are like this, when really we want to be like this. And to be able to be like this, where the love is what you're choosing more for yourself, you actually have to build your self-love muscles. So self-love, again, isn't just something that somehow, ta-da, has been bestowed to you. It's actually something you got to work on, you got to grow. Just like you go to the gym to get stronger biceps and triceps and quads, you have to actually grow and strengthen your self-love. What I call your self-love muscles, or the way that I think about self-love and understand self-love is about like a tree. You have 10 branches of self-love. So 10 branches of your self-love need to be strengthened every day. So do you know where you're weak in self-love? And do you know where you're strong in self-love? Most of us don't. We think that self-love is black or white. I either do or I don't. Again, not true. There are ways that you love yourself and there are ways that you don't. So for example, if you're a person who is overworked and over it a lot, person who gets exhausted and overgives, you probably could have a strong self-esteem. You're really confident at work, but you're lacking and you're weak in self-care. You're lacking self-compassion. Or maybe for you, you have a lot of self-esteem, you're confident at work, but when it comes to relationships, you're a mess. So you're weak in self-respect, you're weak in self-honesty, you're weak in self-trust. And so what you want to be able to do is actually look at your full tree of self-love, all 10 branches, strengthen the things that you're already really good at, and the places that are really weak, you want to grow those. And that's what the Love Club is all about. And that's what I'm inviting you into, is to join me and people from around the world to strengthen your love for yourself one branch at a time. Every month, we will focus on one branch of self-love, and they're all here, listed here on this webpage. You can see the self-love tree. We will go one by one, and we will use the proven techniques and fun adventures. It has to be fun or I don't do it, and meditations, and just all this awesome stuff that I have to share with you. That's been how I've transformed my life. Much of it's included here in the book, Madly in Love with Me, for those of you who have already read the book. And in the book, it actually goes through the self-love tree and the self-love branches. But we're going to make this real, and I'm going to do it with you. So many of you have asked me, Christine, I want to be able to work with you, but I can't come to one of your retreats, or I can't get away from work right now. This is the answer. If you want to have more self-compassion, more self-pleasure, more self-care, better, deeper self-worth, more self-esteem, this is the year to do it with me. And we're going to do it together, branch by branch. All the information is here on the page. Read it. And it's so super affordable. I made it as affordable as I possibly can. And I would love, 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 love to be on this journey of self-love with you, because the truth is, self-love is where everything starts in your life. If it is not strong, you can't go out into the world and create the life that your heart and soul desire. Not fully. So I invite you to be with me for a year of love for yourself. Much love, everyone.